I hope that the old paradigms are dying, and I do believe that they are. I think in my field, I feel like in the East and in the West, for Eastern institutions and for Western institutions, the most lucrative architect in the world right now is a woman of color architect. But unfortunately, what I'm finding is that people want the representation of having something that they see as a woman of color architect, who comes actually with the sensibility of something that is already understood by the institution. So who comes with an old school, heteronormative, white, westernized
and assimilated
methodology
sensibility.
of thinking.
Yeah, totally.
And I think when one presents something that is not necessarily palatable or digestible because the sensibility is coming from another place, it's very difficult for anybody to be able to understand and endorse that. And in my work, I think, because my work's presented in images in a small scale, the only way that people understand those spaces is if they've been in spaces like that before. And I experienced this when I worked on the Islamic Arts Biennale, because I kept referring to this definition of Islamic art that we were putting forward that resisted the colonial definition of Islamic art, which is about geometry and calligraphy and aestheticized, chronologized, geographized, that we would be working with works that were sound-based, that were coming from a place of performance, that were oral, that were sensory in how they inhabited space and how you interacted with them. And everybody kept saying, but what does it look like? And when I showed it to them and said, this is what it looks like, they were still very skeptical. Until we were all in the space and it was very believable, it wasn't actually believable.